So Monday Night Raw is in Los Angeles, California tonight in the Staples Center. Um, Raw has been horrible. Last week was a terrible show. The problem is with WWE, you have a huge gap right now. This is the big gap from the Survivor Series to the Royal Rumble. Since they decided not to do a Raw pay-per-view in December, at least you have something to build to if they did. But SmackDown has one, Raw doesn't. And it's going to be some miserable Raws. The big Raw is Christmas Day, which is not for 3 weeks. You have the New Year's Day show, which is also not for another 4 weeks. So there's going to be a few really, I think, filler Raws. I think this might be like post WrestleMania May, June Raw type of shit. I think that's what we might get, unfortunately, this next few weeks. So the show starts off with Roman Reigns. Or Kurt Angle's in the ring, and Roman Reigns and Jason Jordan are in the ring, and it's Jason Jordan. I think Jason Jordan is fucking horrible. He's so bad. He is so weak. He's, the way he talks very feminine, even though he's jacked to the gills. He just talks like a bitch. I think he's horrible. I don't think he is anything. He's a good wrestler. He is just horrible on the mic. Just no personality. He goes back and forth, and then Samoa Joe comes out, and then, it was funny. It has Jason Jordan, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns go back and forth. Jason Jordan gives Reigns a belly to back and hold him back. So I guess it's Reigns and Jordan maybe tonight for the IC title. So they have a match right now. They start off now. It was a pretty decent match. Roman Reigns wins, obviously. I think this is the second time they've had a match. Reigns, of course, wins because he's Reigns. But he's going to continue with the IC title. I don't know. Hopefully Joe takes that belt off Reigns, maybe around Royal Rumble time, because I'm assuming Reigns is winning the Rumble, and we all know he's going to beat Brock at WrestleMania, but it's all that matters. So you're going to win the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia again, or they're going to go with, I don't know, maybe they go SmackDown guy, because it's just horrible. You had Joe come out at the end, and then Reigns Superman punches Jason Jordan. The whole segment was awkward. So Kurt Angle is completely emasculated by Stephanie. He's explaining himself to Stephanie. This is like the McFoley stuff from last year. This is going to be brutal. Seriously, fuck that. That stuff is terrible. I don't even want to watch anymore when they have to he's Stephanie on the TV just emasculating every guy. She's horrible. Just fucking horrible.
Oh, why is it?
So Paige and Sasha Banks is up next. I'm sure this is probably going to be... I don't know, Paige is going to win for sure, but I don't know if they're kind of using Sasha Banks as the Dolph Ziggler kind of role. She's kind of being the person to be jobbed out. We all know, I think it's Paige and Alexa Bliss, and I think Paige is probably going to beat Bliss for the belt, so maybe Paige and Asuka at WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? But, this match might be good. So, the match, one thing really notable during the match, it was a wild. They had a match, even to the spot where Sasha might win at the Banks finish, but you knew Paige wasn't losing right away. Paige did this powerbomb on Sasha, like a springboard, and Sasha landed really bad on her neck. And I remember thinking all those matches with Charlotte when she almost killed herself like 10 times. But she looked bad. That looked bad, but she was okay. But she landed right on the back of her head. So Paige got the win. I hated how it ended though with she got the win cheating. She didn't even get a clean win. What happened was Sasha was attacking her, and the losers, Mickey and Bailey, which, to be honest, come on, they're complete losers. They got beat up by Mandy and Sonya, and then Paige attacked Sasha with kicked her in the head and hit her bank statement. And after the match, they all beat her up. They do their finishers. Mandy Rose hits her finisher, and Mandy Rose is not fitting with this group. This reminds me so much of PCB. Remember Paige, Charlotte, Becky, and Team Bad with Sasha, Naomi, and Tamina, and then the Bellas, which are fucking horrible. That team. This is exactly what this reminds me of. This is fucking horrible. This is a complete flop. I'm already done with this. I've given up. And when they first happened, a couple weeks ago, I liked it. I thought it was really cool. I liked how Paige debuted. She returned, and they beat up Alexa in the back, and don't know what they're doing with Alexa Bliss. I understand she's a cowardly heel, but they have every single 2 weeks ago they beat the hell out of Sasha Banks in the ring, and was Alexa Bliss going to turn face? I thought she turned face 2 weeks, and she just runs away. Who's the face and heel? This is fucking horrible. This is a mess. This is Paige, Charlotte, Becky, that group, and Team Bad. This is exactly what this is from 2.5 years ago. And I think Paige coming back, there's something about her. I'm already sick of her. She's been back for 2 weeks. I kind of wish she never came back. I am bored to death. And that's how I kind of felt with her when she, at the end of her run before she, went with Del Rio and she almost died, all the stuff that shit happened there. I mean, I am sick of seeing her already. I don't know. I just not feeling this at all. I think this is a complete flop. The only good thing is at least the Absolution is not the Riot Squad. It's the only positive. So you have Elias and Kurt Angle going back and forth and backstage, and Elias calls Jason Jordan a bastard son, and Kurt says he'll find him an opponent. I wonder who it's going to be. Braun. Okay, so I don't know what's happening here, but Nia Jax, I was thinking, I lied, Nia's going to be with Alexa and she's going to have her as her bodyguard. I guess not. Nia Jax, there's some heat on her for something. I don't know what she did, but they're going to do this thing where Nia Jax has a crush on Enzo. Are you serious? Nia Jax and Enzo? This is a storyline. Please drop this. Can The Rock tell them, please stop embarrassing my cousin? This is going to be brutal. This is going to be like wrestle crap. Enzo and Nia as a couple. Nia having a crush. How you doing? Oh my god, Nia's dead. They've killed her already. I mean, they're going to turn her into like, she's supposed to be a monster. They've already ruined her. And she had so much momentum like 2 months ago. I thought she might have should have won the title like at No Mercy, which was in Los Angeles, by the way, same building. Now she's done. Wow, that's unfortunate though. I thought she had a lot of potential, but I mean, it didn't work out, I guess. Now we have a cruiserweight match. Got a cruiserweight Fatal 4-way match. Don't really care to see this. Yeah, I guess this is the piss break for me. So Tony Nese won. This PowerPoint thing is going to be a terrible gimmick. So you had Charlie Caruso interviewing Drew Gulak. I don't like the new haircut Charlie has, but whatever. So Elias is out. And it's just, he's doing the singing. Braun Strowman comes, as I predicted, it'd be his opponent. Strowman attacks him, and then what happens is Kane comes up, and Elias attacks Braun. Braun kills Elias. It's terrible. This whole stuff sucks, and Kane, Mayor Glenn, 50-year-old Glenn Jacobs with a fucking red mask and a fucking wig that's falling off his head half the time. If you saw it last week, his wig was falling off. Smiling in the back with a bad neck. It's fucking horrible. When's this gonna end? Is this gonna be like some Raw main event where it's a Buried Alive match or an Inferno match, for fuck's sakes? This is fucking horrible. Anyway, I was thinking, what? There's so many guys, I don't know, who can have that spot right now, but I think that's starting to hurt Braun's momentum. Then after that, you have the Shield backstage. You have smug Roman Reigns. I did my part, boys. Ugh. Nothing care if the Shield wins the tag titles. Doesn't mean anything to me. So Asuka and Alicia Fox had a match. The match was too long for my taste. I thought the match should have been over in 25 seconds. But they had Alicia Fox get some offense. I think Alicia Fox should have been fired. Ever since that botch at Survivor Series against Naomi. She should have been fired years ago. And now Paige's team comes out, and I think Paige, this team sucks. Mandy Rose is not fit with them. Sonya Deville kind of does fit with Paige, but Mandy Rose is posing like a model, like she's Kelly. This is just a complete flop. This thing sucks. The way you hear Paige, yeah, Absolution! She's terrible now. I think this gimmick's terrible. You have these two toughness chicks who don't belong in the main roster. Fucking Mandy Rose, she's gorgeous, but she's not ready to be on that damn main roster. And Sonya Deville's green. She's terrible in the ring. This thing sucks. This gimmick is trash. Finn Balor's walking out. This guy's done. He was supposed to face Brock at the Rumble, but he's lost all his momentum. He's just another guy in the roster. They've killed this guy. So Finn Balor came out. He had a match with Bo Dallas, and I guess the Miztourage is doing nothing now. I thought maybe they can do this thing where they'd have the Hardys go up against Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, but Bray Wyatt's dead, and there's nothing to him anymore. So I think that's done. There's nothing with him. Balor got the win. I don't know if I really want to see what's going on. And I guess up next is the main event, tag titles, Rollins and Ambrose against Cesaro and Sheamus. We'll see if we have new tag champs, and next time I'll see what happens if we have new champs. So this Best of 1000 series continues. It's a long match. What happened was, looked like Ambrose and Rollins had the momentum, then Sheamus came and he just beat the hell out of Ambrose. And the refs, or Rollins, one of them, and the ref called the disqualification. Kurt Angle comes out, restarts the match. Oh, that's Attitude Era. That's the dusty, what do you call that? the dusty finish. That means we have new tag champs, and of course it's WWE, so we have to have the heel ending win. It was funny. Oh, we're gonna have new champs. Nope, heels have to go over, I guess. In WWE, heels always win. What happened was Joe came out, and then Roman Reigns came out. He beat up Joe, and then so I guess Sheamus and Cesaro, they get this monster push. They beat the Hardys. They beat Rollins and Ambrose, teams that are more over than them. I don't know why they keep getting this monster push. I don't think they're that good as a team. I find them extremely boring, but they're still the tag champs. I thought at Staples Center they do the change, but I guess not. I guess it wasn't the time to do the change, I guess. I don't know. So, Raw was okay tonight. I didn't like it. This Absolution thing is a complete utter disaster. It is not working. It is just terrible. It is awful. This Absolution thing needs to end. It's just been trash. So, I didn't really care much for Raw. Besides with that, especially that, the Nia Jax Enzo stuff. You had some decent matches. Just I'm bored. Braun and Kane. I didn't like the show. I gave the show a thumbs down. Another bad show. It's going to be a long show, and now, to be honest, I'm watching WWE straight to the source with Corey Graves, his first interviews with Roman Reigns. I'm watching that right now. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy that a lot more than Raw. We'll see what happens. I guess this is their new Steve Austin thing. We'll see. I mean, it'll probably be softball questions, but it's probably more entertaining than I am watching anything with Raw. Yeah, didn't care for it.